Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the premiere episode of a new show on this channel called Kuba's Cocktails. My name is Jacob, or in Polish, Kuba, hence the name Kuba's Cocktails. I am an amateur mixologist and home bartender. I have a passion for really creative drinks and just looking into my liquor cabinet and seeing what the hell I can make out of it, while also trying to pay tribute to different bands and movies and whatever else I can along the way. So, I figured why not? I got a bunch of free time on my hands thanks to our little Corona quarantine. So, I think it's only fitting that the very first drink we ever do is my take on the Quarantini. There's no actual recipe out there for the Quarantini. You know, everyone's kind of putting their own spin on the whole thing, and I thought I would use my take to pay tribute to kind of a home remedy from when I was a kid. My mom, my grandma, and I'm sure my great-grandma and however many great-grandmas before that all kind of made this mix of eggs and honey and I think a little bit of lemon to try and cure whatever ailed whoever it is was at home at that point. I hated this thing as a kid. I hated it so bad. But in booze form, it works. It really, really works. So we're gonna put our own little spin on it, and it's gonna be a very Polish spin because I gotta pay tribute to the original Koga. So we got our little treasure chest of liquor right over here. Let's get ourselves started with this bottle right over here. This is called Cytrynowka. It is essentially Poland's answer to Lemoncello. The brand I'm using is called Lubelska. It is largely regarded as the best brand. I don't know that it's available in the USA. I would check any Polish grocery stores for it or potentially import it. Or you could honestly just substitute it with Lemoncello of your own or even try making your own version of it. It'll take you a few months, but it's possible. I'm gonna go with about 1.5 ounces. Of course, the next ingredient would have been egg, so we're gonna go for an egg white. We're gonna throw that right in there as well. So next step would be the honey. And what I really wanted to do, is I got this cool looking bottle over here. It's called, in Polish, miód pitny, drinkable honey. It would have been perfect for this. But, if you can see, this thing, the cask is sealed. It's ceramic and it's just been melted into place or burned into place or however the hell ceramics work. And the only way to get in there is if we were to break this thing. And it's just too freaking cool to break. It also doesn't belong to me, so I can't break it even if I wanted to. But maybe you could hear it. It's just swooshing around in there. So it's in there. It's waiting to be drank, but that's not going to be us today. So what I have instead is I made some honey syrup. This is just a 1-to-1 water to honey, and the reason it's already in here is because I literally only made about 1.5 ounces worth of it. Basically just enough for this cocktail, and if I screwed up on any of the takes. Now with the egg white already in there, we want to dry shake first. We want to froth it up real nice. Don't be afraid to go for a little long when it's with an egg white. You just want to make sure it's nice and frothy. Now, that's all frothed up. We're gonna go with our ice cubes. Gonna go one big. And we're gonna crack this sucker up in there as well. There is some sort of science to cracking one ice cube and using one big one. Something about the right amount of distillation when you shake it. Ice flies everywhere as well. It's a good time. So it's a Quarantini, right? Which means we gotta use a Martini Glass for this drink. There is no other way, absolutely no exception. But it's important to wash your hands, or if you can't, you gotta use hand sanitizer at all times, right? So we're gonna use the alcohol equivalent of that. We're gonna use some Spiritus. This is a rectified spirit. It is 96% alcohol content. So we're not gonna put a lot in here. We're just gonna put a little splash at the bottom there. And we're just gonna run our glass around here. Just decontaminate it, as it were. My grandparents in Poland actually have a bottle of this on hand at all times and just run their hands through that instead of using hand sanitizer because it just wasn't really available to them out there. Okay, and now we're ready for our drink. We're just gonna pour that on in. But we're not done yet. So we're gonna grab some bitters. I have Angostura here. I would ideally use orange bitters for this, just to keep the citrusiness going. They didn't have any at the store that I went to earlier. Damn shame. And we're just gonna do just a drop or two, or maybe three up top. Garnish pick here, just gonna swirl that around a little bit, make a little design. And that right there is my take on a Quarantini. Let's see how I did, shall we? Cheers. Oh yeah, that's good. That is good. It's lemon and it's honey and it's sweet and it's got that little tang going on. I really like this drink, you know? And after we already put the Spiritus on the inside of the glass, it's nice and coated. It's gonna sanitize every ounce of your body on the inside, because there is nothing that Spiritus will not kill, including you if you drink too much. Dear God, do not drink too much of that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, give me a like, shoot me a subscribe, hit the little bell button, whatever, you know. Leave me a comment. Let me know what drinks you want to see in the future. I got a couple videos planned, but I am so open to fielding ideas. So until next time, guys, cheers. Oh, yeah.